Start this video by saying my hair usually doesn't look like this, but for now, we're just gonna go with it and act like everything's perfectly fine, okay? What's up, guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Adrian Ross, and today, we're going to be doing a story time. Now, I want to preface this video by saying, if you don't wanna make your day super dramatic, if you don't wanna spend about 5 minutes of your time listening to a story that's gonna benefit you in no way at all, then don't watch this. Go watch like Jenna Marbles or like Gabby Hanna or like somebody else. Today, I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time that I got robbed at everyone's favorite, Taco Bell. Now, I don't want anybody to think that I got like, held at gunpoint or anything, because it really wasn't that dramatic, but it was like a good sum of money that was like taken from me, and so that's why I thought this video would be like really funny, and really like good, I guess, because if it was like $5 or anything, it'd be no problem. So before I get into like the main story, I'm gonna give you a bit of like a backstory, like to the main story, if that makes sense. Because like the main story wouldn't make sense without the backstory, if that makes sense. Anyway, here to help me today is my handy dandy $5 calculator that I got through math class with here at college. So I'm gonna start off by saying that at the beginning of the day, on the day this happened, it was maybe like a month or two ago. I'll insert like the actual date like right here. But I withdrew $500 from the ATM because I had stuff to pay. Like it was my like bills day. It was like handling my business day. Like I didn't really have any bills. I just had like a big thing I had to pay. So I took $500 out of there. This is gonna be backwards, but this is 500, not like whatever. I'm in a fraternity here at the University of North Alabama, and our like initiation fee was $300. So I was like, I know I have to pay that. So, paid $300, and that, oh, wait a minute, I did something wrong. I can't work a calculator. I had to pay my fraternity initiation fee, which was $300. So let me go ahead and subtract that off of the total. Oh my God, I cannot work a calculator. So after I withdrew the $500 from my bank account, I knew I had to pay my fraternity initiation fee, which is $300. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract that on the calculator, which leaves us with a spicy $200. Okay, so me and my friend Heather, hey Heather, we went to a coffee shop in town called Rivertown, and I knew I bought a large caramel latte, and it was $4.75 on the nose. They have such good prices there. So I'm gonna take away $4.75, which is gonna leave me with $195.25. Now, I had all of this money in my pocket, just carrying it around through the day. I didn't know if I was gonna need to spend it or anything. I just had it on me. Late that night, it was around maybe 8 or so. Me, my friend Madison, and my friend Sierra, we all decided we wanted some Taco Bell because we're college students. We get hungry from studying or doing nothing. We just get hungry and we like food, and Taco Bell is really cheap, and it's like not even 2 minutes down the road on both directions. We have two, so like it was just a good choice. So we all load up in the car, bebopping. We go, we're listening to our bops like in the car, like. Just the basics. So we arrive at Taco Bell, and we go through the thing, and the girl comes over and she's like, hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Like, what do you want? And I ordered like the $5 box and like some of those Cinnabon Delight. But I know my total came out to $10.73. Hold on, let me get a pen. I have a notebook and a pen so we can keep a digital and a physical copy of this junk. So, we order the food, and I'm in the back seat, I'm on the phone, and we get around, and Sierra's like, hand me your money. So, as I mentioned before, I have $195.25 in my back pocket. So what I do is I reach in, I just grab the whole roll of cash, and I hand it to her. And on the outside, most people roll their big bills on the outside. Well, I had my bills rolled with the ones on the outside. My friend didn't know how much my total was. She assumed whatever I gave her was what the person needed. So she gave that, like I said, she gave that whole wad of cash out of the window. So the woman hands back the change through the window to my friend Sierra. My friend hands it to me, and they hand the food and everything out, just like the classic drive-through like scenario, I guess. My friend Sierra hands me the change, which was $4.52. And then I start opening my box of food and everything. I'm like, Sierra, hand me my change, like, like, hand me the rest of it, you're not slick, And she's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You know, like, so I'm like, for real, girl, hand me my money. Like, and she's like, that's all. And I was like, oh snap. So this is where I realized like something has gone wrong, but I didn't realize the extent of it. So we pull back around to the window and she's like, didn't y'all just come through here? Like, and we're like, yeah, haha. And then my friend pulls up and I roll my window down so I can talk. I'm like, hey, like you just said, we just came through here and I bought my food. I showed her our seat and everything. And I told her, I was like, hey, I handed my friend too much money in the front seat and she didn't know how much it was. And so she handed it all to you. Did you by accident miscount like the change back? Now I don't really understand how you could like miscount like close to $200 worth of messed up change, but anyway, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. And so yeah, I was like, did you miscount the change or anything? And she was like, no, you gave me $15.25, and she showed me on the receipt where she like typed in $15.25, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, I worked fast food, like I can distort that number however I want to, because I'm the one, like, you know, I'm the one like typing it in, like beep boop 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 boop. So then we like sit there for a minute and like kind of not really debate, like not in like a rude way, but kind of like a, you know, like, ha ha ha, can you check? And she's like, ha ha, no, I didn't. I'm like, please check. And she's like, I didn't. And so I'm like, can you get your manager to count down your drawer? And then this sassy, blue-haired manager comes to the window and she's like, what is the problem? You're holding up my drive-thru? Her name was like, we're gonna call her Samantha for the sake of this video. So Samantha's like, what's the problem? You're holding up my drive-thru. Like, hi Samantha. There was like an issue with a change mishap. I just want to see if worker, her name, but we're gonna call her Tiffany for now. So it's like, I just wanted to see if Tiffany miscounted my change back. She's like, okay or whatever. And she had a really sassy attitude or whatever. So I kind of got a little sassy attitude back. I really didn't mean to, but you know, things happen, whatever. So they're counting down the drawer and we're still sitting there and we're like hitting, you know, like the 15-20 minute mark sitting at this window because they're taking so long counting down the drawers. I mean, here comes Samantha.
All the drawers were perfect, and she showed me the little receipt, and she's like, this is what this means, this is what this means. I'm like, Samantha, thank you for pointing that out to me, but I worked in fast food. I know, you know, the amounts of what the receipt words mean, like the big words on the receipt. I know what they mean. You don't have to like give me a vocab test right now. I understand.
So I was like, can you please check the cameras in? Maybe she dropped it, maybe she put it in her pocket or something like that. And they're like, well, that's absurd that you would accuse of that. But even if so, our general manager has to be here to review the cameras. And unfortunately, it's her off day. And so I'm like, and call her. And so they're like, well, we don't really want to disturb her. Could you come back another day? I was like, if I come back another day, the money gonna be gone. Wherever it is, it's gonna be gone. Whether it's in the register, whether it's in her pocket, whether she dropped it in the floor, it's gonna be gone. So they're like, no, I'm sorry, you have to come back another day. So I was like, okay. So me and my friends rolled up our windows all sassy like, and we pull around and we park in a parking spot. And they're like, what are you gonna do, Adrian? That's a lot of money. And really, me and my friend Madison, we were about to go in there and, you know, gang up. We was finna throw hands with them, and Sierra's finna be the getaway driver, cause she can't drive no way, but she can get away. She can get away for sure, but she can't. A median, she in it. The line, she over it. The little bumpities on the side of the road. On my soul, we drive down the road like that. Anyway. So we was getting ready to gang up and go in there, and we're like, better call the cops instead. So we call the cops and everything. Florence PD, love them to death. They're super nice. And so they arrived, and he's like asking me all these questions. And then I tell him everything. I was like, hey, we gave her too much money. She didn't give us back the right amount of change, blah, blah, blah. And so he goes in and he starts talking to them. And then he comes back out, and then he was like,
why did you hand her that much money in the first place?
Regardless if I gave her, you know, exact down to the penny or, you know, $100 over, your job is to give me my correct amount of change back. And so he's like, yes, young man, that makes sense, that makes sense. I'm like, thanks, Sister Scientist, I know it does. Then they go in, and he calls the general manager, and the general manager comes up here. Why couldn't the other managers call her? don't know. General managers came and they watched the cameras, and he comes back out to me and he says, "You might be right, 1 second." Then 2 more police cars pull up. They bring her out in handcuffs, and I'm like, I just wanted my money or whatever. I literally just wanted my money. I wasn't trying to get her put in jail or anything, but they brought her out in handcuffs, and I was like, well, that's kind of, you know, wild. And in that time while we were calling the cops and all that, the Tiffany woman had gone to her car to smoke, and they had seen that on the cameras. And so they went and checked her vehicle. They went and checked the break room and the bathroom to see if she had like stashed it anywhere. And so when they searched her car, they found drugs, drug paraphernalia, and a certain amount of cash, like walled up in a ball. Then the man walks over to me and he's like, "Can you like give me exactly how much money like you had had?" And I was like, "Yes, sir, I can give you down to like the calculation. I can like show you the receipts that I have throughout the day." I told him I went to the bank and took out $500, and then I paid my fraternity payment that was $300, and then I went to a coffee shop and bought a coffee that was $4.75, and so that left me with a total of $195.25. And then he said, "Okay, now how much was your order?" And I told him $10.73, and I showed him the receipt where she only put in $15.25. And so when he was like, "Okay, now what does that leave you at now?" And it left me at $180 down to the penny. And then he pulled out of his back pocket a roll of 20s and counted back 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. And he put it on the car and he said, "Does this look about right?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he was like, "Well, I'll be doggone." And I was like, "Me too." He started to ask me, do I want to press charges and things like that. And I'm like, not really. I just really wanted my money back. Plus, I don't want to make you guys stand out here any longer because it's cold. But he was like, we get paid more being out or something like that. And so I was like, let it rip, tater chip. Like, let's do it. Sign me up. So that was my story of me getting a Taco Bell burger arrested and me getting robbed. Like I mentioned at the beginning, this was really dramatic, really unnecessary, probably wasted a good chunk of your day. So thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna start posting some. I don't really know what I'll post. It'll be kind of random for a hot minute, but we'll get there. I'm a pro YouTuber, I promise. I'm a pro YouTuber at heart, pinky swear. So talk to you guys in the next video and see you later.